Monday night, fashion night, my favorite night of the week, where I get to spew vitriol and hate.
Vitriol and hate.
It's so extreme.
At people who I think are dressing badly or have bad taste in watches or other things.
How dare
they? How dare they? How's it
so
going?
Rude, really.
Rude.
Dirk Michaela, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Dandy. Yeah. It's just dandy.
Just dandy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you seem in very good spirits. How's your leg, Michaela?
Not much improvement, but we'll get there eventually, I'm sure.
Any news on that or anything you want to share? Just
No. I have to. Sorry, I cut you off. I have to walk in with a brace around my knee, which is not a big deal. But without it, I can't really walk very well. I really can't walk very well.
Are you using like crutches or
I can certainly limp. I can limp, but I can't stand upright and walk properly. It just does not work yet. So I'm waiting till I'm at about the 6-week mark. It's been about 20 days, and then I'm gonna start like physical therapy on it because I do have crutches, but most of the time it's not really necessary. As long as I have a brace, I can get around, but it's not the glide that I'm used to strolling with. Let's just say that. And every person on the earth that sees me, I never realized every single person on the street, it doesn't matter, like not that I'm on the street, but whether I'm at work or a store or anything, people cannot help themselves from stopping and asking what happened. Complete strangers, like, what happened? I've never gotten that much attention from strangers in my entire life. I'm not used to it. It's very kind most of the time, but it's just like, wait, I know you don't care. Why are you even asking?
Use that as
and I
a
start
racket.
talking about it. Because people ask, oh my God, what happened? And I just have like a quick little line now that I tell people. And then they're like, okay, and start walking off. I'm like, why the hell did you ask? Leave me alone. Like, it's fine.
You could turn that into cash, lady. Turn that into a big business.
Like, hey, what happened? Yeah. Yeah. Give me some.
They're heavy. Can you take them to my car?
I loved your recent episode, by the way. Your little take on Bateman on American Psycho. I'm just not there.
Oh yeah.
The influencer. It was quite funny.
Thank you. That was the goal. I was trying to be very silly.
You're going for a kind of a film noir look here with these extremes in colors and high contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's a great looking look.
Yeah, it was a short little video. I had an obligation to deliver a certain sponsorship, which was fine. But I wanted to make sure it was fun too, like a fun video. So I tried to incorporate that, and a day in your life video, it's not really my thing. So I just tried to make it a little more cinematic-esque and just a little more fun and silly. And it seemed like people liked it. People were really positive in the comments, so thank you.
The lighting reminded me of like a glamorous, like George Harrell Hollywood, because you had a lot of shadow and contrast. I loved it. I was like, well, she's got some new camera techniques that I think are really fantastic.
Thank you so much.
By the way, you want Japanese knives because I can see your knife is blunt as a bloody spoon.
You don't even know. You don't even know.
Need a real...
I cook every single day, and I know how to sharpen knives, but this knife was not mine for like 10 years, so it was already destroyed. So, and I know I could just go and purchase knives, but I don't want to until I buy the ones I really want.
Yeah, you really got it. Just pay the extra money and get the really good ones. Get a Cold Stone and just take, enjoy it. By the way, I have to compliment you on your steak. I know you're making it for Eric, and he likes.
Sorry, Dirk, close your eyes.
Nah, I've worked in restaurants my whole life, so don't worry.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I know.
I served 1 million steaks.
I'm just joking.
I have to compliment you on the medium rare, though. I'm not impressed that Eric likes medium rare because that's just not a way to have it. But that's a perfect medium rare. So well done. Because a lot of people, they cook a medium and they think it's a medium rare. That is a medium rare with a high sear.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
He's got to up his game and start going for rare because
rare. So he would if it's like a perfect, like a really, really
top
good
level
cut of steak.
piece.
Just take a bite out
only
of the cow, will you?
Yeah, only if the steak is like the high, like top tier, then it's
That's
like
actually
good rare.
very good.
That's
option.
my
That's
opinion.
one reason why I tell people start getting into rare, because there's rare now everything else, right? There's rare and you're a chicken and you can't fucking handle what you're eating, okay? So you got to lean into it. But there's another reason. If you go into a restaurant, let's say it's not a fancy restaurant, and you order the steak and you say, I'll take it rare, the chef will find his best piece because he can't hide anything about the piece.
Yeah.
When it's rare, you can't cover anything over. And also, he'll be like, oh, fuck, there's someone with an actual palate sitting out of my restaurant for once. Great. I'm going to give them, because they have a little pride in their work, hopefully. So he'll find the best. So you'll be kind of, in a way, you'll be avoiding the bad pieces. Because if it's been lying out for more than a certain few hours, you can cover that by just grilling the shit out of it. But if it's rare, it's like you can't hide behind anything. So well done. Anyway, it's great episode. Really enjoyed it, guys. Go over and give Michaela the Chatillon. There's one reason right there.
Yeah, I mean,
think the right moment. Go over and give
putting
Michaela
on a man's shirt. Every man's fantasy.
So yeah, Michaela de Chatillon, go over and give her a sub. Really good stuff. A lot of
I thought about you, Dirk.
I love. There's nothing cuter than a girl in a man's dress shirt.
I thought about that exactly when I was putting on. I have an Eton.
Sexiest thing ever.
I have an Eton shirt, that blue shirt. That is oversized. Obviously, it wasn't even aired. I purchased it for myself a long time ago as a night shirt because it's so. I wear it to bed. It's been like really abused, and it's in such good condition too. It's nice. I really like it.
Eton, you're not gonna go wrong with that. Do you know what Marilyn Monroe said she wore to bed?
Tell me.
Chanel number 5.
Oh, that's good.
Chanel number 5 is so overrated, but yeah.
Well, it's at the time, a different era.
It was the vibe at the time. I got it.
It's a different era. They didn't have 800 million fragrances like they do now. Now there's so many different things. So.
I should keep my mouth shut. If Marilyn Monroe says it's good, I'll shut my trap.
I want you to try First by Van Cleef and Arpels. Go smell it, try it on, and walk away for the rest of the day. Don't put a fragrance on. First by Van Cleef, because I think it screams Michaela de Chatillon.
Well, I now will have to try it.
How can you resist that?
It's elegant and feminine, and it's so classy. So classy.
Tonight we're talking about the inauguration of the 47th president of the United States. There's a YouTube video that I found just about it from Watch Aficionado. Thank you, Watch Aficionado. He's got tons of subs, so he doesn't need a shout out from a guy like me. But if you want to go over and check him out, go for it. So there's the famous shot of Zuckerberg staring down the cleavage of Sanchez. Is that her name? Lauren Sanchez.
You would know.
I would know. Yes.
I know now because you sent me the video and I watched it.
I couldn't believe you never heard of her.
I heard of her, but like, I was like, wow, where is she? A dancer? Where is she at Flash Dancers? Or where is she? I thought she was a Real Housewife. I've seen her face before.
I could see that.
But I definitely thought she was, she kind of is. But look at Zuckerberg with red blood in his veins. I didn't think he had that.
Well, it was hard to, everybody was wearing stiff suits. It's the inauguration of the president of the United States, whether you like it or not. And she shows up in a fucking bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
that was crazy.
That's how she got Jeff Bezos.
Look. If she's with Jeff Bezos, good for her. She is a very obviously she's oozing sexuality constantly. That's kind of her vibe. However, there's something that it makes you look a bit too desperate for attention when you wear a bra at an inauguration event. It's like you can not be the center of attention for 20 minutes, So button one more button up, that could have been such a sleek outfit too. I think it was a pantsuit, a white pantsuit. It looks really cool. It looked really sleek. Just button one more up. I'm not saying you can never, there's no time and place to be sexy like that, but this really isn't it. This is really not it.
That's JC Kingsley, $10, just a contribution for acknowledging the fortitude that it takes to witness the monstrous malady of the misadventure that is politics in the good old USA. Thank you for the super chat, JC Kingsley. Such a rare thing on our show.
Thanks, JC.
Thanks,
he rocks the
JC.
world.
So, yes, Zuckerberg we were talking about, not Lawrence Sanchez, but maybe
I love seeing his little expression.
I mean, he just, listen, people get, guys get, isn't there a famous clip of Conan O'Brien with that beautiful, what is her name? She's a singer, Zellweger or whatever her name is.
Nicole Scherzinger.
Scherzinger, there it is. I was way off. Samsonite.
No,
I was way off.
You were really close.
Well, anyway, I don't give a shit about her in any way, so that's why I don't care. So, but she had her boobs up like this on the show, and she's in the middle of the thing, and she's talking, and then she's like, "Up here, Conan, my eyes are up here." And he got caught. Yeah. He got caught.
Yeah.
And I want to defend the men of the world, the hot-blooded.
Let's do it.
Come on, that's
right.
It's really. Listen, if you're ever in a bar with a friend, okay, and there's a fucking TV behind, I hate those, right? Unless sports bars are one thing. You go to a beautiful bar like Vesuvio, a classic bar in the North Beach of California, of San Francisco, and they have a fucking big thing. It's like, don't do that. Anyway, try keeping your eyes off that screen, no matter what's on the fucking TV. If you're talking to your friend and there's a TV up behind, try never ever looking at that TV. It's impossible. You are just naturally, your nature, your eyes are going to get dragged to it because there's stuff happening. Mm-hmm. Boobs and cleavage, it's built into our DNA.
It's stuff happening.
It's stuff happening.
It's stuff happening.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know. I think men have to be given grace.
The onus is on the woman. I'm sorry. If she didn't want that reaction, she wouldn't wear it.
Right.
Look, we're in such a weird time culturally where women are very vocal about feeling disrespected when they're ogled or catcalled or whatever. And of course, everyone should have general respectable boundaries with strangers. Don't follow people home. Don't whistle at them. No one likes that. But specifically, one of the most popular type of items, for example, that is sold for, let's say, gym wear, because it's a known thing that a lot of girls dress very racy at the gym. And they argue that they're just at the gym and men need to not look at them. Some of the athletic wear that they choose, shorts or pants, specifically have a scrunching feature on the backside to enhance the look of your backside. Okay? That's specifically the design. On purpose, they go out of their way to purchase these things, and then they are offended when people are looking at them. So it's like, why would you buy anything to highlight something that's clearly a feature that people look at? It's just not a big surprise there. And then get angry. Mm-hmm. It's such BS because they do want attention. You are wearing that for attention.
Dress like Billie Eilish if you don't want the attention.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
So stop freaking out. Obviously, no one has the right to come up and touch you or something, But if you want to not be looked at, wear a burqa or something, It's like,
be a gentleman always. But listen, if a woman's displaying cleavage or a great posterior and she's wearing form-fitting outfits in the gym, it's a provocative look. It's an act of provocation. It just is. And people like to say it's not. Of course, follow the rules of etiquette and be a gentleman and don't be a creep, as you said. You could take a glance and then look away. Don't make it obvious. Don't leering. Remember, he's a creep. Creeps are leery. They look at you. Ooh, they're leering. Sitting on a park bench. They're creeps.
The fuck was that?
I have no idea what that
was. That a line from a Broadway play?
No, it's Jethro Tull.
Perverts?
It's Jethro Tull.
Oh, it's Jethro Tull.
Sitting on a park bench. It's about a creep. It's about he's leering at scanning girls with scattered. He's a creep. It's all about a homeless creep who's leering at girls.
Michaela just got finished listening to Jethro Tull just today.
To what?
No, he's making a bizarre ancient
music. That's a famous song, is it not? Everybody in the chat.
A singer who had he used to play.
Everybody in the chat knew it. It's Aqualung.
Yeah. To be honest, even if a woman has her cleavage out fully, once in a while I show a little bit of cleavage, try to be tasteful about it. I have no problem being a little bit sexy, but of course time and place. I'm not against that. But even if a woman has her cleavage out in front of me, I'm gonna look. it's not anything like I'm trying to harm them or like creep on them, but you have your boobs out. I can see that, and you're gonna see me seeing that. Like, it's just how it is.
Girls
Same
check
with
out girls galore. It's a big. Girls are always checking out girls.
Yeah.
Guys
I
are
check
they
out
just don't want to
everything.
admit it.
I always do a full scan of a man and his shoes immediately, and
I know what you
I don't
do.
even
I love you
I don't
for
even
that.
really try not to make it obvious either. I'm just like they're like looking at them like, good job, beautiful shoes.
From which drifter's corpse did you procure those shoes, sir? You can always tell a man by his shoes. Sorry, kids. Don't do it.
Coming back to this, so Zuckerberg was wearing. We're on to watches now. Oh, on the Z Kyle, that was a fun part. Zuckerberg was wearing a Patek Philippe $200,000, even more than 200, 5270 in rose golds. He just got into watches, this asshole.
Isn't that great to get into watches and have all the money in the world?
There's actually a clip of him realizing that watches are cool. And he's like, yeah, I never cared about watches, but watches are really cool. And that was about a year ago. Now he has every unattainable, insane watch.
That's his starter watch.
Yeah, this is his beater.
Seamaster 300M.
How do we feel about this watch? I mean, for me, it's absolutely stunning.
Of course it is. It's, it's hard to read. There's too much stuff going on. It's whoever's wearing that, it's the wrong watch for that wrist, for sure. It's too big. But it's beautiful. It's Patek. It's, what do you think, Michaela? It doesn't matter what we think. Everybody knows what he thinks.
No, don't say that.
I want to know what you think from your fashion perspective, because we're both going, good.
Yeah, because of the horology.
Yeah, we're going, watches. And you're going to tell me what you think of that. I mean, look at that movement. My God. All right, I'm going to show up.
No, it's okay. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece. Like, what am I going to say? It's a beautiful piece. I really like I feel like the bracelet and the all gold is so sleek, and then you have such a serious dial going on. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and it works because you know why? It's Patek Philippe, so they did it right.
Ruby says that Patek goes perfect with his lizard person skin.
Don't talk about Patek Philippe like that. Don't you ever. He is a strange guy. I love a little clip on Joe Rogan when he was trying to be cool now and get people to like him, Zuckerberg, and be relatable. He's cool now. He's cool. He's got a gold chain on now.
There were a lot of neural divergent folks at that inauguration.
I have no feelings about Zuckerberg either way. I don't care about him, but he was like, yeah, I'm really getting into bow and arrow hunting. And Joe Rogan's like, oh, really? Okay. Well, what kind of bow and arrow is it? He's like, I'm not really sure. Someone just like gives me one. He's like, oh, okay. Are you trained? He's like, yeah, I have a trainer. He's like, who? He's like, just a couple of my friends.
Marty.
He's just making stuff up to sound cool. And I feel like this watch too is like, yes, it's a beautiful piece, but this boy needs an Apple Watch. Let's be honest. Like, just slap him with an Apple Watch.
Did he say bow and arrow hunting? Is he doing that now? That Joe loves that.
He is not. No, Joe Rogan didn't like it. He was trying to catch him lying, and he did.
He's trying to catch him lying. Well, they could call Uncle Ted Nugent, and they could all go bow and arrow hunting together.
That's right.
He's just trying to be cool. He's not cool.
That's not cool. Okay. That's the opposite of cool.
The only cool thing Zuckerberg has done is visually just look right when he knows he's on camera, right at the Lauren Sanchez's chest, and give a little smile.
It's actually the most male. It's the only male thing. Yeah, the only masculine thing he's ever done in his life is to stare at some boobs. You know what it proves to me here is that no matter what watch you buy and wear, the watch isn't gonna make you cool.
Never.
No.
He's making these watches look bad.
Yeah. He still has small dick syndrome down. For sure.
Oh, totally.
He's overcompensating.
You know, this girl is like his high school crush, and they dated very briefly, and she rejected him. She dumped him because of course.
He's rich
and
now.
Then he made all his billions, and then he went looking for her and said, "Will you have me back?" And she went, "Yes,
yes."
Oh, damn.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Take me now, Facebook.
And it's not because of your money. It's not. I promise.
It's because of your wonderful curly hair.
It's a self-development,
His new look is just, he's trying to be Elliot Gould. What is he trying to do here? What is with this new look he's got?
I mean, is that at the inauguration? Was he really wearing something for a funeral? No, it's not the same thing. That's a different moment.
Maybe that was like the victory, whatever, the inauguration eve party, whatever.
Yeah, there was a party. Yeah.
Yeah, there was
some people even changed up their watches.
You like your boy McGregor.
Oh God, we'll get to that. What do we think of her look here? It's quite simple and elegant.
She looks like she's going to buy cigarettes on an Indian reservation.
Oh my God. Dirk, you just nailed it. That's true. She actually really does. She looks extremely native right now.
It's just like, I
think native beauty is beautiful, but
she's not.
But she's not. And why is she? She's cultural appropriating right now just because of her face.
Yeah. How much money does he have? I want to see.
Whatever.
I want to see. Hubert de Givenchy, and I want to see Harry Winston jewels. I want to see her dripping in diamonds because she's taking as much advantage of his wealth as possible. I want to see her to the hilt. Like Melania dresses like a goddess.
We'll get to her actually. Yes. Yeah. So moving on with the watches, our old friend Bill Clinton, dirty devil, was wearing what was he wearing? Shit, I have it all lined up here. Oh yes, it actually says it in the video real quick. A lange und Sonne.
You go, Billy boy.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
You go, Billy boy.
He was wearing the Gross Lange Batik Gang Reserve.
Gross indeed. Goodness.
Oh.
Isn't that gross?
That is disgusting.
It's disgusting.
That's sick.
I hate him and his watch.
That's a gorgeous piece. Oh my goodness.
God. I mean, is that the flex of the year? Is this guy, did he just nail it? I don't care how much McGregor's watches are. And that's the guy that knows what he's doing. Look at that thing. Wow.
It's very classic, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Oh man, Shevitz, look at that thing.
It's a watch for someone who really loves watches. It's not just, like Mark Zuckerberg. Patek Philippe, of course, is an extremely elegant brand. I'm not saying they're not, but it's also one of those go-tos. I feel like if you want to have an expensive, nice watch, but you kind of want to act like you're different and you're not getting a Rolex on purpose, you're not, I don't know.
Most people don't even know what a Lange & Söhne is. They don't even know. Most people don't know. That's the watchmaker's watch. That's crazy stuff. That's the top of the heap, man. That's as great as horology gets. It's fabulous stuff. Amazing.
I just did a video on kind of dream watches, and some people in the chat are like, hold on, you left out a Lange. What's wrong with you? But I kept the list fairly short.
Sure.
The thing about a Lange is they've yet to make a watch that really, really, I love this. This is stunning. And the site work and so on. But I don't know. I'm still waiting for them to release some watch that I go, there it is,
Yeah. Well, they don't really do anything sporty, right? They just do the elegant, classy.
Yes.
They've never done that. If they did that, if they did it and put out something that's on the sporty side, I guarantee it would probably be the biggest thing going. All the guys that have Vacheron, AP, all the Trinity watches, they'd all aspire to get the first sports watch for Lange & Söhne. They'd go crazy. Yeah. It'd be a good move. But Bill, other than his men's warehouse suit, which is kind of the watch is incredible,
right?
Because it's just a very narrow suit.
And he's wearing his blue tie, representing the other side.
Sure.
Then, of course, we have Perel Joe.
Sure.
Or his skeleton, or whatever they brought. They dressed it up.
Yeah.
He was wearing. This is a watch he got when he was inaugurated in 2020. He was always a Speedmaster guy and a Seamaster guy.
Always.
Yeah, big Omega fella.
Yeah.
And finally, then this Rolex showed up, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's sold out. He's sold out just because he got the presidency."
Omega funny. Guys like Rolex too.
It turns out that's true. But he went for an interesting one. I don't know what you guys think about this one. Would you go for this one? Because it's got the smooth bezel. So let's go to
that's a bit of a different thing.
Yeah, what would you guys do? Let me pull it up. Let me configure it right here in front.
I know
of
you have to do it live. It's cool. Get his watch, or just ask for the Joe Biden.
So that's it's a 41 millimeter.
Yeah,
and the material. Now this is where it changes because this is a steel watch, except for that bezel, which is white gold. Now, if you choose steel, now you have a fully steel watch. It's a smooth bezel, but he left it on the Jubilee, which is quite nice because a lot of people think that that's too busy right there. Too much happening. So we went for smooth, and yes, he went for the Jubilee, and then that's his watch right there.
It's gorgeous.
You like it? Would you wear it?
I mean, I have a smooth bezel Rolex.
That's right.
And I love it. I think it makes a difference. I think it's your personality. What do you think, Michaela? I like the smooth bezel. I think it looks classy.
Yeah, it's nothing to complain about. It's sleek, it's simple. Yeah. It's a good watch. So it's really, I don't really see any flaws. And with the fluted bezel, I don't think it's too busy because the dial is nice and simple. If the dial had too much going on, perhaps, but it doesn't. Yeah. It's pretty simple.
You just get more sparkly with that. The light just dances all over the fluted bezel like crazy.
Yeah, as you turn the watch or you turn your arm or whatever, things they start to sparkle. Leave that on the Jubilee and go for the blue. Yes, that would be it there. It's a very classic Rolex look, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good, smooth too. It's a good looking watch. What are you gonna say? Like, it looks good.
Yeah.
I'll take them both. Thanks.
But add to cart.
Add to cart.
Somebody put your credit card numbers in the chat.
Oh, here we go. Here's this fucker. First of all, why is he allowed to anything? This is a convicted rapist now. In Ireland, no one even wants to look at him anymore. They're not selling his whiskey.
How many
anything.
convicts are in that room?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's actually in good company.
Doesn't matter.
What am I thinking?
All
he's in really good company.
It's politics. Show. It's politics. Everyone's either convicted felon or they just haven't gotten caught yet. Every single one of them.
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets in this room, isn't there?
It's like Hunger Games.
So he's wearing this Patek Philippe 5909. This one's in platinum, and this is very hard to get in green and platinum on the green strap. I was looking around to see if I could find the similar one on the various websites. It was kind of hard to find. This might be close enough, but I don't know if it's going to be on the. I prefer these watches on a strap.
Yes.
Yeah. When you go up to that level, here's a question for you guys. When you go up to like high level, and you want a gentleman's watch, and you want your big money, and you don't need to show off any of it, is that the point where you have to go strap? Are bracelets for guys who earn less than 200,000 a year? And
I've
straps?
never thought that.
I've never thought that. I don't think so. I just think certain watches lend themselves better to.
I'm interested in your take,
Patek is on a.
Well, I'm actually. All the guys in the audience will know kind of what I'm referring to because some of the most famous watch interviews in history are the John Mayer interviews with Watchfinder, and they've even influenced the names of watches and so on. The John Mayer, of course, was placed on the name was put on that green dial yellow gold Daytona just because he mentioned it in the video, not because he had any affiliation with Rolex. And he mentioned in that video, actually, he goes, well, he had a Lange or he had a Patek or something in his hand. And he's like, I feel like when you get up to this level, you have to go strap. Like, if it's not on a strap, it's not serious. He said so. I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like that. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think bracelets are a little bit childish and the leather strap is for the gentleman.
I think we should
or
just
for the
make
big
that
money.
statement so it causes a lot of drama throughout the watchoverse. We should just say if once you get to a certain financial status, you should only wear a strap, and we'll just stick to that so everybody yells at us. You know what it is? Patek doesn't make great looking bracelets anyway. They just don't.
No,
And
they're actually kind of ugly.
are weird. You know, these watches just look better on. You want a great bracelet? It's Rolex or it's Omega. That's
Like if you ever saw an Aquanaut, a Patek Aquanaut on the bracelet, it's horrible. Completely ruins the watch. You need it on that rubber.
Nautilus either. I hate that.
I don't like those watches really, the Nautilus or the Aquanaut,
I hate them
like
both, yeah.
at all. But I could see that it would look better with a strap.
Yeah, just screams.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree that this particular bracelet is not good looking. It's very chunky. It's not. It's like they were trying to be different and they failed.
It looks Macy's.
It makes it look cheaper. It's weird. Yeah, it makes it look cheaper. I've never really seen a super nice watch on a bracelet and thought brokey. But now I'm gonna start to. If you're wearing your $40,000 Breguet on a bracelet, you're broke. So
if you're wearing an AP
you haven't
bracelet, Royal Oak bracelet, I don't say that because that bracelet is fucking gorgeous.
I think it just totally depends on the entirety of it. What is the bracelet made out of? That matters too. Like, let's be honest. If you want to look like it's expensive, I mean, but the strap is definitely a timeless, sleek look. And if you're dressing up, if you have a nice strap to put on your watch, it looks good. Usually, unless it's an ugly, like NATO strap or something. Not saying they're all ugly, but
I used to hate NATOs too, and I don't anymore.
I don't hate them all, but sometimes it just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I kind of love
case by case.
This combination with that dial and that gold and that strap is.
Yeah, I'm noticing this for the first time. I wasn't aware of this particular color combo. I mean, I'm kind of in love.
I want to look like this watch. That's how I want to look. Right. I want to be gold and blue and just like wow.
That's you kind of already do look like this.
Yeah, you kind of do.
In the summer, I get a nice tan, and then I'll be wearing blue, and we'll come back and we'll compare me to the watch.
That on tan skin would look like the ultimate thing in the world, because that gold on tan skin would look great. Gold looks great on. That's why gold looks great on people of color. You know, washed out white guys like us. Unless we get a tan, we can't wear gold. You wear gold because you go to the Lido and get all.
Well,
yeah, I got tanned every year on my gold watch.
Eric's part Moroccan, and his skin takes a tan so quickly and so well. You have no idea how jealous I am. I can definitely get a tan, but it takes a while. You know, I'm super Irish, so I don't know. I'm like the pale Irish. It just takes a while.
Yeah, it does.
By the way, we never did a wristwatch check tonight. Oh, speaking of what watches we were, I'm doing the gold thing. Just seeing as we mentioned it. I mean, it still looks fine on me, but yeah, as the weather gets better and I darken up and so on, it'll just pop more. There's more contrast. That's what happens.
It wouldn't work on Zuckerberg. Tonight, I'm wearing a 1952. I'm wearing Paul's master calendar.
Oh, very interesting.
Tonight. This is
so cute.
Yeah, it's a small watch. It's a 34 millimeter watch, but I decided I wanted to wear it.
Can you say what is it again?
Put it up to the camera?
Yeah, it's a 1957 2757-9 with the 355 movement, the bumper movement, the last of the bumper movements. But it's a beautiful, elegant.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
very nice.
Really pretty, really thin.
No, he's good taste. Look at that. I love that piece.
I picked it out.
Oh, you have good taste. But he chose you. He chose you.
Me and Paul's dad got this from Christmas about 8 years ago or 7 years ago.
Oh.
But yeah. And it's on a strap.
And it's on a strap, which
looks good.
It might elevate things a little. What do you have on, Michaela?
I'm wearing my Ballon Bleu today.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That was kind of your first real watch, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it's I love it. It looks better with some outfits, but I like it. I'm still into oversized watches for myself as a female. Yeah, I like oversized pieces, but it doesn't mean that I won't be collecting some more dainty pieces in the future. I used to be very much not into tiny watches, but now I'm starting to appreciate them more, just because I really have been getting more into jewelry. And when I look at a daintier watch on a woman that's dressed up, I think it's very much like a part of her whole jewelry collection going on. So yeah, like that Reverso really has been changing my. And the Reverso still looks like not too small on me, but it's definitely smaller than most of my watches, and so it's been kind of
rectangular watches wear differently. That's all it is.
Yeah,
they just wear differently. That's
indeed.
It
looks also you train your eye as you get used to certain sized watches. It's a shock at first. You put on a very large watch, it's a shock. Then you get used to it, and all your other watches feel small. And the same thing happens then when you go down in size. You just it's this adjusting that happened. I was wearing this thing just to laugh, just to have a laugh, because it's some silly fashion brand that sent me a bunch of these with different dial colors and so on. Yeah,
that's like a cheesy porn star watch from the 70s or something.
Well, it's exactly the same design. I said an old Cellini 5316, I think. And I put it on. I put it on the Piazza. I posted on Instagram just to freak people out. Me smoking a cigar on the Piazza with this just peeking out. People are like, "What's that? What's that?" And I was kind
nice
of
snip.
It's
snick,
fun.
Nice snick and a snap. Yeah. That was a great sound.
And I'm just
it's
like,
fun.
You know what?
It looks fun.
Cool. It looks cool.
You actually like it?
Well, I love the TV dial Omegas from the 70s, so I like that shape. But I think it's got, it looks a little bit like I'm going out with Stephanie tonight. We're gonna go dancing, have a couple of glasses of Chianti.
Right.
I'm gonna put her in the Trans Am, and we'll go for a ride.
Trans Am, God forbid. Yeah, I think
Anyway,
you can pull that out for your other personality.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is nice, man. That bracelet
it's actually not too bad. I mean,
it doesn't look like. Have they improved the electroplating? Because
they probably have. Things have probably come a long way since those cheap-looking fake gold watches from years ago, from yesteryear. However, I wore it for a couple of days just to have a laugh, and then all my watches feel huge and heavy because this thing is super light. I mean, I fell into bed one night with it on. I never wear a watch in bed. I woke up the next morning and I was still on me. I barely noticed it. So now everything feels heavy and big. So it's kind of weird.
That's a heavy watch, though.
Well, yeah. Everything gets, things adjust inside your mind. I was going to say, Michaela, like, how can you not be wearing your JSC all the time? That must be difficult.
I do. Yeah, I do. But to be honest, I haven't really been going out for a while because the condition, and I've been sad missing wearing it. I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love it. I like the look of that piece on you just because it's so different for you, and it's kind of fun. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a new side to you. It's spicy.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
I should wear like a medallion, a low cut shirt down here, reveal the chest here with the medallion.
The cornuto, you need the horn of plenty. Maybe the gold with the red horn. That's
get a signet ring as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Let's do
your club. From your club. That you
I approve of that. Just one pinky ring. Is that all right with you guys? One ring, is that okay, or is that not okay?
Pinky rings.
I have a difficulty getting around it.
I think the few that can pull it off.
There's a case, it's a case by case thing. Yeah. I think if I saw Tom Hardy with one on, I'd be like, okay, cool, man.
Right.
But then there's these other guys who have a lot of doodles and rings all over the place.
A lot of doodles.
Basically, you have to be like sexy and masculine and like a little bit cool and mysterious.
If you're pale skinned and a little slivery and salamandery,
stop it! Don't even say that.
Thin, slender fingers.
Salamandery.
Nothing worse.
If you're a smooth creature and a pale creature where you can see your veins through your skin and stuff like that, please don't do any of that stuff.
It's like the gamer hands. Little gamer hands. If you're a gamer, do something to work out your hands. Do something.
Right, gamer hands. Yeah,
you're gonna make it in life if you change the gamer hands.
Yeah, gamer hands because they're soft because all they ever interact with is the keyboard or the controller. They've never picked up a heavy weight in their hand or held a gun,
Yeah,
or
just
held a
start
gun, or
smashing your hands with
wrestled
cast
a
iron
moose to
rolls.
the ground by his antlers.
Yeah.
Are we giving him any kudos for wearing this beautiful
It's a
timepiece?
beautiful watch, but fuck him.
Right.
I like the watch. To be honest, I don't find his personality engaging enough to ever have watched anything that he does or talks about. So I know generally what his controversy is, but I don't know or care about him at all. The watch is fine, but
the suit would be nice.
He
on
looks
a
a
man
little
with a
smug,
more slender build than that. You know, when you're beefy like that, suits don't really look that good on guys who have too much muscle. It just doesn't. The Rock, as we said last week, really knows how to do it.
Yeah, he always looks like he's bulging out of these suits.
Yeah, he's stuffed. It's too tight. It's look at the
neck looks very tight.
Try to put your arms over your head. You can, but I do like that combo of that very, very pale green with the pale shirt and an almost. I mean, what color would you say that's periwinkle? What would you say that is? The suit. It's hard to tell. It's purpley a little bit. It's a very interesting color. I'm not quite sure the color. I mean, it's not bad, but it's double-breasted because he has to wear double-breasted because portly men need to wear double-breasted suits to look good. It's a portly look.
He's obviously leaning into the Ireland thing here. He's representing Ireland.
Oh yeah, sure.
Or he thinks he does,
right?
But we don't think he does.
Yeah. I wonder why he was invited. It's just random.
Well, everybody's parole officer were the coordinators for that.
Well, when you think about it, guys, it was a weird inauguration. If you ever plan a wedding, you know that seating arrangements are very important. Who sits where, who's up front, who's down the back, etc., etc. The guys at the very front were the rich men. They're not part of the government or anything. Bezos, Zuckerberg, etc.
The oligarchs were all there.
They were all up front with their women wearing bras under a blazer.
Yeah.
The actual government officials were behind them. That should tell you everything you need to know about this administration. Anyway,
it's kind of a little show, yeah.
Oligarchy.
Yeah. So there was a party afterwards, as there always is, and then the mask came off, and he started, show his watches. Oh Jesus, look what I have! And he's grabbing everyone and getting all. He's wearing this. I think this is a hideous Breitling Bentley. Flying bee.
It's weird.
How to feel about this thing?
It's weird. It's like a funky looking piece. It's if you like quirky looking things, I guess. But
not a fan.
Seems
of that.
random.
I couldn't find the same configuration, but these are other ones.
Yeah.
I think he bought this because it says Bentley. Because of course, Breitling were used to provide the watches in the dashboard of Bentleys for years.
They still do.
They had this. I think it may have.
My friend has one of those. Carl, my friend Carl has one of those giant trucks, the new Bentley truck, and there's a Breitling clock in there.
Oh well, then it's still going on. So I guess this is probably based on that clock that you see in the dashboard. It's not my thing, especially in solid gold. That one does not look good. I think this other one I found looks a little bit better.
This is a classic example of a guy with lots of money and no taste. Because listen, and Breitling, don't get me wrong, I've professed to loving Breitling all these years. That's just not a beautiful design. It's just ugly, and it just looks stupid. Why did he switch out from the Patek? Because he's sporty now.
Yeah, he changed. He got into a different suit and so on. I just think it was so crass because he starts doing this like, show your watch. Something like this. Don't do that, you know.
No.
His friend there,
vulgar display.
He's wearing the Jennifer Aniston with the diamonds.
Day.
Yeah, Day, but with the diamonds around.
Yeah, now you guys watched that on Timmy's show the other night. Was that a Jacob move or is that factory?
There's no way to know from this photo.
Way to know. Okay.
But they make one with factory diamonds. I don't see why he would have to bust down a watch like that. That would be highly unusual.
Now, who is this gentleman?
I'm not sure who this guy is. Sorry.
Me neither.
So yeah, I just thought that was really fucking childish to be. That's something I would do with you, Dirk,
at the bar,
live stream at the bar.
At a bar, you don't do that at the presidential inauguration.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah. Hey guys, look what I have. Look at this.
Oh wow, that's great. What bag you wearing there? You got a nice. What do you got? You got a Kelly bag? What do you got?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just vulgar displays of wealth and power is all that is. These are children. Nonsense.
Yeah. Let me pull up Melania at the inauguration.
Sure.
So we can really take a good look at this because, yeah, it was. She made quite a statement, didn't she?
Yeah. Everybody's saying that she chose that hat so he couldn't kiss her.
So silly.
Look at that.
How do we feel? I know you're a big fan, Michaela.
Me too.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of her style, of course. And as much as I appreciate this more savage look versus the past inauguration where she's looking this like she's so innocent in this powdery blue feminine dress, everything's fine, she's got a smile, and then after all these years, everything that's happened, she is like going for a killer look, like don't mess with me, whatever.
Assassin. Yeah.
But to be honest, this is very nitpicky, but with the type of facial structure she has, I think that having her hair so tight back like that was a little bit, I get it, it's part of the look. I don't know what else you could have done with that hat, honestly, but it's not the most flattering on her. I'm just being honest. I would have given her some waves around her face, like some framing pieces or something, because it's like the plastic surgery is very, very tight and like a little bit scary, but if she wanted to look a little scary, she definitely pulled it off.
I love this. I love you setting her up as like Melania the assassin. It's great. But yeah, she came out like she's in, that beautiful, that ensemble from the previous inauguration. She's just soft and beautiful and so uber feminine. Here, she just looks like she works for the what is the Mission Impossible?
The Men in Black.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, it's very demure. And listen,
yeah, it works.
Listen, she had to sign another contract. They probably upped the price, but it's, I mean, she's got to live through another cycle and do her job, and she's not happy about it. She probably figured by now, even if he had been reelected the second time, had he been reelected, then she'd be done by now. And she could go live with Oscar or Ramon.
I know. I think people are making that judgment based on just photos of her looking, yes, like a cold assassin. But if you watch the footage, she looks quite thrilled. I think she just went for this sassy design, this crazy look. She's actually full of smiles. She he kisses her on the cheek, and she doesn't look.
No, he doesn't get to kiss her on the cheek.
Oh, he couldn't reach her.
Yeah, because she put that hat on. Thank God for milliners, kids. Are we bringing milliners back? Are they going back to work? Because it's time.
What sort of hat is that anyway? What is it called?
Boater.
A boater hat.
Boater.
Boater.
Yeah. I like it. I whatever she does, I think she always looks great. She knows.
Yeah, she doesn't mess up with her style.
She doesn't. No.
The gown she wore at the dance, this one with the black zigzag, I did not like that black zigzag.
Not so much for her.
I liked the trim at the top, the black trim at the top, perhaps. The zigzag thing, I didn't.
It's also making havoc with her bosom there. It's just not the most flattering gravitational pull.
It's giving a little lopsided breast situation going up.
Yeah.
And
that's not her at the last one in 2016, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's aged quite a bit. I mean, it has been quite some time. Yeah.
Well, she's thin, so she gets harder. People get older. She just got harder because she has,
And she tightens her face a lot with her. Obviously, she gets a lot of face tightening things. And then being upset, being bitter, stressed out, whatever it is. I don't know her personally, but, like them or not, there's definitely been a lot that family has gone through, whether they did it to themselves or someone did it to them. Regardless, she's gone through a lot in the past few years.
Yeah, and she bought, she was bought into it.
It definitely shows, as you age, if you're unhappy, you can see someone who's aged to be stressed and unhappy. You could see that with the way that their face ages. And same with someone who's had a more carefree, happy life. You can see that in the way they age. And people usually find the people who's, have smiled a lot in their life, laughed a lot. They usually find those kind of age lines a little more attractive versus the bitter And it's too bad, but that's just the reality of it. It just gives you a very like stern look. And
what about Ivanka?
I didn't like
Interesting
it.
look.
She gave herself a pear figure. Why would you do that? That is like not go for the hourglass. Like she made her hips so much wider than her chest. Go for a little more subtlety and you could have had an hourglass. But the pear shape is not, it's just not usually what the eye finds to be the most attractive. She's very lanky, very gazelle-like. And I've always thought, and I've been surprised that her beauty has not been talked about more because I find her beauty to be so interesting. I've always found her to be very, very beautiful, but I think this does not do her justice. I like the outfit overall. I'm not going to say it doesn't look like a nice high fashion, classy outfit. It does, but I just think they could have done it better. They just made her look a little awkward. Her
kind of
neck's
bag
really
is
long.
that?
She looks awkward. Probably a Dior. It looks like a Dior lady, whatever, Lady Diana bag or whatever. Looks like.
I think she looks like she should be sitting in a French cafe with a cigarette holder and a snifter full of absinthe.
Okay. Absinthe.
Because she's got this. This is the most. The color is really cool for her.
Yeah.
The muted green, but the cinch and like Michaela nailed it. She's giving herself. I think she thought she was going for hourglass, and it is total pear. Also, what is with the fall on that skirt?
Yeah.
It is completely ill-fitting. I mean, it's bunching up in the netherworld, not being very thin. Her black leather gloves look incredible. I love the black belt, the black gloves, the black bag. But yeah, she's a beautiful woman. There's no doubt about that. She's tall, she's statuesque, she's lanky, she's gazelle-like. Her neck is miles long. And I love the little hat. It looks great. I love the fact that hats are back.
Yeah, it's so like English. Like I don't know, we're going back to hats.
I mean, I mean, they wear fascinators obviously in the UK and Ireland and stuff, but like this little touch of like a little bit of a beret. Really well done. And I'm assuming that I haven't seen any names of designers because let's face it, you put a great hat on somebody and you're famous the next day. Yeah, it can happen, and she's the right person to do it. Anybody in politics.
Reminiscent of Dior's glamorous new look.
Oh,
it came into era in the fashion world after World War II. Asymmetry of the cut, however, sounded a note. Of continuation. Ivanka wore a white Oscar de la Renta jacket. Asymmetric handkerchief. Wow. Back in 2017. Interesting.
Yeah. Listen, she's a tough girl too. She's tough, As JC Kingsley mentions, she's probably got a bigger dick than both of her brothers.
Oh, I've been saying it for years. She'll be president. Wait till you see. Mark my words. Can we address the elephant in the room? What did Bumpty Dumpty wear at his own inauguration? Nobody's been able to figure it out. And a lot of people in the crowd are saying maybe he wore his own tourbillon, his Trump watch.
Why wouldn't he show it off, though? Because he's all about photo ops. Why wouldn't he be showing it off if he did?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that would have been a bit too
on the nose?
a bit too gold Trump building of him. I don't think it's not. That would have been too much.
I mean, does this guy have any shame at all? He's been selling Bibles for $60.
Oh, there's new ones.
Oh, there's lots of new ones. By the way, we haven't spoken about this in a long time. They've been slowly bleeding out lots and lots of different iterations. We spoke about it kind of in the same week when it happened.
Yeah. Ooh.
I mean, tell me that's not a Yachtmaster rose gold, right? Right there in the middle.
But what color rose gold is that? Bubblegum?
It's horrible in the photo. My God. One of our good friends in the watch community, Brendan Boswell, who has a great channel. Everybody should subscribe. He's quite fun.
Yeah,
he was talking to me. He ordered one of the one of the kind of American flag configurations. It still hasn't come. Every time he gets some email from them, telling him it's going to take longer for his watch, he forwards it to me. So I actually, as of now, I have not heard from anyone who has received their watch yet.
Well,
so that's interesting.
I will be doing a video with one very soon. So stay tuned.
I hope it's the one.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I hope you're getting the inaugural jewel, the most jewels ever on a Trump watch, because they've been out since September.
Michaela, you're gonna break the internet with that.
You're gonna break the internet.
Just watch. I won't. I won't. People won't watch it. But I don't think people will watch it. But I'm gonna do it. You'll see. Just wait. Very, very soon.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. You should title it "I bought the Trump watch, so you don't have to."
I'll explain it in the video. But yeah,
it's all about the title.
Something.
It's all about the title. You can title it anything you want. It doesn't. You don't have to be saying it in the video. I know they call that clickbait, but it'll get them to click on the video, and that is a very popular one. I bought the Trump watch, so you don't have to. Or here is everything you need to know about the Trump watch. Or Trump watch in hand, hands-on Trump watch, and and then boom with the views. I didn't know he released ladies' watches as well. Look at these hideous things.
Thanks. Wow. Look at that.
This makes me feel like. This makes me feel the way that Easter decor makes me feel. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel nauseous looking at all these pastel watches. It's not cute.
Oh boy.
Wow, look at the bluesy. Wow.
Look at the bluesy. Oh my God, it's got diamonds on it too. That's the first Lady Royale in blue. Ooh. I love that he did that for her. Oh God.
Let's look at the man's inauguration. Look, he has an inauguration.
Yeah, he had to be wearing that, right?
So maybe he was wearing that.
That's the one that they said the most jewels ever on a Trump watch.
Incredible. What a breakthrough. He's wandering kind of off the map here as well. Look, he's going kind of G-Shocky.
I'm telling you, look at that thing. That
is
Trump Ghost Black.
Oh my God! Look, there's a Patek Philippe looking, or an Aquanaut looking
world traveler. Oh, that's a bit genta.
That's kind of shameless, right? I don't know.
They're leaning in now. 45 to 47.
Oh, I hope Patek sues the shit.
What if he did 45 to the infinity symbol, you guys? What if he did that? That would make people talk.
This one's $1,000. Holy. Yeah, he should probably like put 45 to question mark. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only have to vote one time.
Just put a royal seal because he's king.
Just this once. You only have to vote. We're going to fix it. You only have to vote just this once. We're going to fix it. That's what he said.
Oof, look at that one. Oof.
Shit.
Yeah.
This thing. Oh my God. Yeah.
Oof.
Wow. 4th of July threw up on that.
It's a GMT.
It is. Turns out it is. If you can see it, if you're not blinded.
Ouch.
Only 500 available of this.
Oh,
$1,200 on pre-order.
It's $1,200, but what about the jewels? Those aren't real.
Why does he have to sell these things? I mean,
I don't know.
Didn't Elon just give him a shitload of money? Isn't Miriam Adelson going to give him like $100 million for allowing them to annex the West Bank?
Yeah. Trump.
I think she's going to give him $100 million. Why does he need to
Trump
sell
Plaza Gaza?
I don't understand.
The Trump Plaza at Gaza.
This is killing me, man. Victory. Look, this is after he won, I guess. Oh my God.
Look at that.
Worse.
Oh my. Wow. That is a joke. Stop
it makes me want to do the Roman salute.
I turned away for a second. I looked at the screen. I was actually scared.
I mean,
I can feel a Roman salute bubbling up from inside.
No, I'd buy that immediately. Purchase that.
That one's sold out. Sorry, it's sold out.
Oh
Look
God.
at that. Does this not look like Soviet era propaganda art?
Okay, yes. Look, like this person or not, like Trump or not, you have to admit the worship from some people that are, I'm sorry, a little more simple-minded, and it just so happens to be the case, the way they worship this human being as though he's can do no wrong. Yeah. As much he's a human being, okay? As much as you like him, to have like, I bet these people have golden statues of him in their home. I don't care about, I'm not talking about the politics or anything. It's just, think about the idolization of a person to that point. Would you have a watch with your favorite actor, actress, like engraved into it like this. No, that is insane.
No, it's Lenin.
Sorry, I'm gonna
Or
say
Stalin.
that. And you all know I'm more conservative. This is not conservative. This is like
this is
a
cult of
dime store
personality.
hooker.
Is,
Like
yeah.
I don't know.
Idolatry.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. Same with the Bibles. It's not right. I'm sorry.
The cult of personality.
That doesn't even look
looks
like
like
him. It looks
Alec
like
Baldwin
Baron.
there.
It looks like Baron. He like put his
Looks like
son's
Alec
face
Baldwin.
on it. Alec Baldwin.
That.
He looks a bit like it looks like propaganda, Russian propaganda.
It totally does.
What else we got? We got crypto president. He's the crypto president, don't you know? Dogecoin, right? We're going to take Dogecoin to Mars. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous in your life? Dogecoin is going to Mars. So
Great.
This is the crypto.
So he can trade with all the Martians.
Wow, this is he can sell the he get off of Mars and there are Martians there.
Civilization
and the first thing he does is pull out a suitcase full of watches. You want to buy a watch, fellas?
You want to buy a watch? Wow.
I mean, are these What are these Oh, these are fake plastic nonsense. This is $1,200.
They're amethyst.
This is making me nauseous.
Amber,
Can we get this
amber.
off the screen now, please?
I'm just shocked because I knew they were adding watches every week, but I haven't checked on it in a long time. So I'm realizing now how
Mars
bad it's
pop-up store.
gotten.
That was a good one, Sharon.
Oh my god, the pop-up store.
We don't know if he wore any watch at all.
No, that's such a letdown. But he had to wear the inaugural watch, right? Because he just put it out. Come on. It's great.
I wonder, like, he could have brought some and like handed them out to people or something. But I guess it's time to be serious.
They probably had gift bags on the seats, right? Like at an award show. Wouldn't they have like the gift bag? Because this is unlike any other inauguration. You get like a Trump watch and or any of the stuff. A Trump guitar. I watched a guy do a review of the Trump guitar, and you know what he said? He said it's just a really great Gibson Les Paul Chinese knockoff.
Right.
A Trump guitar. What?
Yeah,
he has Gibson Les Paul knockoffs with American flags. And
I guess.
Eagles. Also, here's a message. Just hear me out for a second. Donald, darling, please, for the sake of the world, be very careful how you start using eagle imagery. It's getting a little.
He doesn't have to be careful.
I know, but it's just
Elon showed up on an AFG thing on a screen in front of a rally and a crowd and told them there's nothing that they're not supposed to be ashamed of their past. Come on, the mask is off, guys. The mask is off.
So.
He's fine. So. He can just go for the full eagle if he wants. But anyway, we'll never know what watch he was wearing. Maybe some photo will.
Does anybody know? Did anybody get a picture of it? Because we looked.
Because he was doing the Lord Fauntleroy thing there on his cuff, and it's covering any possibility of a watch.
Can I pull this up? In 100 years, the Trump watch will be sought after a collector's item. Imagine owning a watch made by one of the guys on Mount Rushmore. He'll put himself on there. He's going to hire somebody to put him up there.
He will. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, what fun.
Well, that was interesting. Guys, if you like Michaela, sub to her channel. There she is. Michaela Chatillon does a lot of stuff about style and decorum and dress sense and watches. There's tons of watches. You did the JLC review, did you? Oh yeah.
Not really. This was more of just like a vlog style video going out, and I just happened to wear it. But I'll probably do like a more specific.
Are there any sick shots of the watch? I want to see some.
Yeah, later. Just keep going.
Later, there when you're having drinks.
Look at your eyes in that shot. My God.
There it is.
I get some better lighting too later, but it's not a big deal. I think maybe not. I was in a dark lounge.
A dark lounge. Beautiful. Wow.
It's so cute. I love it so much.
It's magnificent.
Beautiful. Michaela Chatillon, guys. Sub. And if you love our Dirk, go over to iBashers. and sub to his channel. Do you have a link there handy, Dirk? Put on the screen.
For eye bashers?
I feel like most people in the crowd know eye bashers anyway. But if
do.
you don't, Dirk has a daily show called Eye Bashers, and I join him on Friday nights, and we have a lot of fun. We shoot shit about pretty much anything.
Yeah, it's a good show. I usually have to miss it live since I'm working at that time when he's usually.
You should come on it more often.
But they stay on. I would love to, but you can rewatch it later, and they're good shows, and I love the Friday night shows.
Yeah, fun.
And we get a little funny and giddy.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the watches.
Less cats, more crass.
We don't talk about cats at all.
Let's have a
look at that old vintage. Me talking about, you don't want to hear me talking about cats. I love cats, but myself and Dirk kind of come in different places with that. Isn't that beautiful? So classic.
Yeah, it's a beautiful watch.
And let's see the Cartier.
Ooh la la, mademoiselle. Ooh la la.
So nice, so nice. And here's my pimp's watch.
Yeah.
Keep your pimp hands strong, Oisin.
You know what it does? It makes your arm look massive.
My arm is massive, but
but it's
even more massive.
Even bigger,
Yeah. It's tiny. It's bloody 31 mils.
31.
Or something like that. I don't know. There's a 40 mil next to it. Look at all that gold bling bling.
Damn.
Yeah, you need some color tinted glasses to wear, like yellow or red. Chain smoke cigarettes. Have your shirt unbuttoned low cut.
I'm gonna get him some Huckapoo shirts. That was the brand all the Guidos were in the 70s and 80s. Stretch, shiny, satinated shirts. You wore them halfway down to your navel. Gold chains. That watch, perfect.
Lovely.
It's a great look.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Yeah,
next
fun
week.
stuff.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was indeed.
I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but I'm sure it'll be something else that's fun. We should do another one of those episodes about what gives you the ick, and maybe we'll talk about. I think the staring at the girl's cleavage or by accident could be an interesting one. Like what things are acceptable in society and not things we should.
Everybody's got a different opinion,
right?
Let's do it. Let's do another one. The list goes on, darling. It goes on.
See you guys next week. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the super chat, JC Kingsley.
Thank you,
rare
buddy.
Thanks, JC.
Bye.